Assalamualaikum. So it's really late. It's after 11:30, but I needed to make a video. It's been a while because I'm horrible. I'm a horrible YouTuber. I don't know how I have so many subscribers because I suck at making videos, but it's because my life's crazy and hectic. I made a couple videos just a few weeks ago for the OMGHijabis contest, and then again for a little MySpace survey that they did. And I think part of the reason I'm really bad at videos is because I don't have a supply, I guess, of topics. So I just get to the point where I'm like, well, I don't really know what to talk about. So can't make a video if there's nothing to talk about, because then it's just me sitting here and that's not very entertaining. So, so the big idea with getting involved with the OMGHijabis, if I get in, inshallah, the big idea for that is I'll be able to make more videos because there will be a topic, and then I can just go with that. And then maybe I can elaborate on those topics on my personal channel. I thought that'd be interesting. Or maybe even if I don't get into the OMGHijabis, maybe I will start elaborating on, or not elaborating on, but giving my spin on their topics. What do you guys think about that? So let me know. But so that's part of my issue, is that I just don't really know what to talk about a lot of the time. So I think it's easier for some of the people because they have certain things they do. I know there's one sister who, it's like every time I see her videos, it's a summary of a khutbah, or someone's doing a hijab tutorial, or someone's doing a makeup tutorial, or someone's doing something with fashion, or Quran verses, or just all these different things. And I don't have my niche in the community. I just talk. I talk to you guys. So yeah. Also, I have a lot of subscribers for me, more than I ever thought I'd get. I'm over 100, which is awesome. And I was thinking a while ago when I started, because I was like, I'll never reach 100, but if I do, maybe I'll do a giveaway like all these other people do. So I'm toying with that idea, and so I would like to know what you guys would think about that. Maybe instead of doing 100, since I'm already past that, going to 150, or if you guys think you do the giveaway anyways, even though I'm over 100 now. That's also an option. But I know I have ideas of what I could do if, like, a sister one. I make these little dolls that I thought about maybe giving away. It was actually my sister Marie who gave me that idea. So I thought about maybe giving away some of those dolls, and then like a cute scarf, some accessories, just little things like that for a sister. But I know I have some brothers that watch my channel, and I'll just be honest, I have no idea what I could give you guys. No idea whatsoever. So yeah, you guys should tell me. You're both brothers and sisters, because everyone gives away scarves and stuff. So you should let me know what you think. What if I did do a giveaway? If you guys think I should do a giveaway, what I should actually give away. So as long as it's not too ridiculously expensive, I'll consider it and probably do it. Especially if like that particular person won, then I could get that particular person what they were suggesting. So that's something to think about. So now the personal stuff, the vloggable stuff. I've had a really, really tough few months, and that's been part of the reason why I've been really bad about YouTubing. Because I just have a lot of stuff going on and a lot of personal struggles, and I don't know, it's hard to come on here and be all cute and bubbly when you're falling apart. So it's just been difficult. And I'm just so lucky, so incredibly blessed, alhamdulillah, that I have my husband who is just absolutely wonderful. He's just amazing. And then my sister Marie, who she thinks I come over and help her, but I come over and it helps me. So I spend a lot of time with her, and it helps a lot. I love just being around her, and it really helps me stop feeling sorry for myself, because that's just no good. But as I've talked about before, we're having a lot of trouble with infertility, and the I dealt for a really, really long time with a particular practice. It was a military hospital, and they just kept telling me nothing was wrong, nothing was wrong. They did all these tests, and everything just kept, according to them, everything kept coming back, normal. So they didn't know what the issue was. And then they told me that they were going to refer me to another military hospital, which is forever away. It's so far. But that the referral would take 4 months to go through, and then that hospital would call me, blah, 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 blah. So I wait 4 months, still haven't gotten a call. So I finally called that hospital, and they told me I had to call them. I could have been in months and months and months beforehand, but my hospital was extremely wrong. And so, whatever. And then that hospital, within the first 10 minutes, diagnosed me with PCOS, which is just a big mess. So they put me on medication for that, and they started doing IUI treatments. And we've done 3 of those treatments, all of which have failed. So we're still not pregnant. At my last mid-cycle scan before my last IUI, they found that I had a very, very large cyst on my fallopian tube. And it was so big, they thought it was my ovary, but it wasn't. So they wanted me to go in for an ultrasound to just kind of check it out, make sure it wasn't anything very serious, and we'd kind of go from there. So within a couple of days, I went in for the ultrasound. It was at friggin' 9 at night. What medical place does ultrasounds or any kind of weird labby appointment thing at 9 at night? It was ridiculous. But so we went and we did that. And the tech told me that the radiologist would look at the results in the morning, and they would, figure out what was going on, blah, 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 and that my provider would get the information within about 3 days. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's great and dandy. And I asked her, well, about when will I hear back? And she said that I should, no news is good news, but she advised that I call by, that Friday, just to make sure that my doctor had gotten the results. So the very next day, I got a call from my doctor because she got the results back. The radiologist apparently went through that stuff pretty quick and got the results back to her. And so she told me that the cyst was fine. It's just, a cyst, and that was what was causing a little bit of my pain. But that it was just a cyst, and it would just have to go away on its own. No big deal. I was like, okay. And I was like, this is great, awesome. And she goes, but. And there's always a but. And it's always horrible. But one of my fallopian tubes, the one where the cyst was actually, was enlarged. And that could be a symptom of a lot of different problems. So none of which are good. So, one second. Kitty, stop. You cannot mess with that. Sorry. So, it could be a symptom of a lot of different problems, none of which are good. And she wanted me to go get my HSG results from my previous hospital. And HSG is, I think I've explained this before, but just in case, I will reiterate. They take a catheter and they thread it through your cervix so that they can shoot a dye into your uterus to check and see how things are shaped and to make sure your tubes are open. I was told that one of my tubes was abnormally shaped, but it was open and everything was fine. So I was like, oh, okay, great. So then I go to my new doctor and she wants to see the results because she can access them. So I drive out as soon as I get off the phone with her, and I picked up my results. And then I drove them all the way out to her. And then the very next day, I get a phone call from her again because she had to look at them with the other doctors. So the very next day she called me because they all looked at it. And it was obviously abnormal, which means that because I had it for a little bit and I put it into my computer and I could tell it was abnormal. I could tell it looked really weird. And they told me it was normal. But anyways, so she called me and told me it was obviously abnormal. And go area. And that it could be a bunch of different things, but they thought it was most likely an infection in my tube. And the problem with this infection is that things are kind of blocked off, and an antibiotic really wouldn't fix anything, and that the infection would spontaneously abort any embryo before it could implant. And that could be why we're having so much trouble having a baby. So now she was telling me that we have to go do surgery. Actually, July 1st is my surgery. And they're going to go in there and they're going to cut open the tube and find out what's going on in there, what's actually in there that's causing it to be enlarged and shaped really, really oddly. And then she gave the wonderful news. If it is what they think it is, they are going to have to completely remove that tube. And I have mixed feelings about this because taking out the tube means I have lost access to that ovary. So with all of my issues, I need all the eggs I possibly can create. And I'm going to have one less tube to work with and therefore one less ovary to work with, unless we do something like IVF where they go in and harvest the eggs directly. And then that could work. But so I would have less eggs to work with and less months to work with. So that would just make the process a lot longer and more difficult. However, having the tube removed would mean that the infection is gone, or whatever's in there is gone, and it would not be spontaneously aborting the embryos anymore. So I just have mixed feelings because I don't know, it doesn't increase my odds of having a baby, but it doesn't decrease them because it basically is going to equal itself out. So that's good, but I mean, I don't know, still at the same time, they want to go in there and remove one of my fallopian tubes. I don't know, it just seems like we're having so much trouble as it is. Taking out one of the, part of the organ just doesn't seem like it's going to be helping things. It seems like we're going to be traveling backwards. But more than that, it just feels like it's always something. Nothing can be easy. Nothing can just happen. I mean, I joke. I joke and it's all funny. And I say, I just need to start smoking crack and I will have a baby, no problem. But I don't know, it's hard. It's really, really hard. And I look around and I see all these people who, have children, and they do such horrible, horrible things to these children, or they complain constantly about how badly they don't want these children, or just a myriad of things. And then here I am craving a child. I want a baby so badly. I dream about being pregnant and having a baby and everything literally every night. And I'm getting nowhere. And every time I turn around, as soon as I think, oh, this treatment's going to work. Oh, this treatment's going to get us there. Oh, yippee, they figured something out. it's like a million other things happen, and I've just gone back to square one. And so I've had a really, really tough time because I'm going through the whole it's not fair, why me, woe is me, and just feeling very sorry for myself and not really wanting to talk about it because it's not what I do. I have trouble really talking about what's bothering me because growing up, that's not what we did. You didn't talk about what upset you. It's just not what happened in our house. And so my husband, bless his heart, I'll just go into, I'll be fine. I'll be all happy, giggly, and everything else. And then it's like out of nowhere, like the floodgates are just opened, and I'll just sob and sob and sob and just have a whole mental breakdown. And then feel even worse because now I brought my husband into it. Now, he's having to, deal with all my craziness, and how could I do that to him, and just all my crazy. And he's just like, just talk to me. Just, before you explode, just talk to me. Tell me what's going on so I can try to help you. And I try and I want to, but it's hard. But I was having just a moment where I'm mad. I'm just angry. And because it's not fair. And I just kept blaming Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because it's like, why do you bless these people who are just horrible, horrible people? Why do you bless them with babies, with these beautiful gifts? And me, I'm in a good relationship. I am, in a steady home, in a safe and stable home. Just all these things. Like everything with us is lined up so perfectly, and yet it's pretty. It seems like it's pretty close to impossible for us to have a baby, and it's just not fair. And I've been struggling a lot with that, with just that anger. And I feel like I'm being tested and I'm failing miserably because this isn't passing, that's for sure. And I just don't know what to do about it. And I get so angry and I get so lost, and then I start falling out of things like prayer. Oh my goodness. I for a while I was so good. I was doing so well with my prayers. I was on time. I was not missing them. Everything. It was great. And then it was just like one thing after another. And, I have an appointment during prayer, so I'm going to miss it. Or, well, I'm just really tired. Or, what does it even matter? Allah's not hearing me anyways. So what's the point? And I'm trying to work on that. But it's hard. It's really, really hard. And I think that's part of the reason I haven't made videos either. Because, well, I'm depressed. That's one part of it. But I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm embarrassed, and I don't want to disappoint you all, because you mean a lot to me. And so that's all my big craziness. I don't know what's going to happen next. I have my surgery, and then hopefully we'll get back on the bandwagon and things will be looking up. But right now things just feel very bleak. That's basically all I've got for you. So please keep me in your dua. I'm starting to get over my whole I'm angry at God thing. But it's slow. But I'm working on it, and I just need your support. I need your help. And that's basically all I have to say. And I love you guys, and I miss you. And inshallah, I'll be making more videos. And inshallah, I'll be one of the OMGHijabis, which would be awesome. So yes, I'll talk to you guys later. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.